Hello and welcome to our Business Management Unit 7 Business Finance. This is the unit we've been talking about in Business Finance. And so our lesson today is about break-evens. Now these are a very important part when you're taking consideration and you're looking at your finances. So the objectives of this break-evens lesson is to describe the value of a break-even analysis, to calculate a break-even point using a formula. For those of you who aren't big on math, sorry, this is where finance is all about math. We're going to be using a formula in this one. So what is a break-even analysis? The break-even analysis helps businesses determine profitability points or steps. It is a calculation to determine when your revenues equal your expenses, and it's used to evaluate if investments are worth the cost. So the key question in all of this, in a break-even analysis, is how many units must be sold to cover the investment costs. For a real-world example, think about a bakery considering new ovens to meet their increasing demand in their business. Now, there are some important components to this break-even analysis. One is the fixed or monthly investment cost. This is the total cost of the capital investment, like new equipment, like the ovens in the previous example. What is the original variable cost per unit? This is the cost to produce one unit before the investment. Then you take a look at the new variable cost per unit. This is the cost to produce one unit after the investment. And then you look at the actual monthly volume. This is the average number of units that are sold monthly. So companies use the quantity break-even point to determine the volume of units necessary to make up for the investment. That's your break-even point. So step one, this is your formula down in the bottom here. You can see it right there. This is your formula. Now I'm going to explain it a little bit. So step one is to subtract the new unit variable cost, V2, from the original variable unit cost, V1. So V1 minus V2. Step two is to divide your fixed or monthly investment cost, FC, by the difference in the unit cost after you've subtracted V1 or V2 from V1. This is your quantity break-even point. Step three is to compare that result with the actual monthly volume to determine if the investment is a good investment. So here's an example. Here we have our formula. The quantity break-even point is equal to the fixed cost divided by the original variable cost minus the new variable cost. So let's say we have a fixed investment cost of $2,000. So the original variable cost per unit for that is $80. With the new investment, our new variable cost per unit is $75. And our actual monthly volume is 18,000. So what is our break-even point? Now, here's a key thing to note. If the quantity break-even point is lower than the actual monthly volume, then it is considered a good investment. So here we go. 2,000, 80, 75, 18,000. So if we run the calculation, so 80 minus 75, then we have our fixed cost, 2,000. So 2,000 minus or divided by 80 minus 75. So 2,000 divided by 5 is 400 units. So question is this a good investment? Well, yes, because your break-even point is 400 units and your actual monthly volume is 18,000 units. If this is smaller than this, then it's a good investment. Another thing to note is that when a company makes a successful capital investment to improve efficiency, the new variable unit cost of a product is likely to decrease. That's the goal. That's part of the goal. So here is a real-world application. Let's take a look at a case study. You've got a gas station that is going to renovate its facility. So the investment that they're considering is adding a convenience store. Here's your analysis factors. What's the fixed cost of the building renovation? What are the variable costs? Increasing your inventory, the staffing. What's the expected revenue, the additional sales that come from all of those convenience items? Well, the outcome is that if it is a successful investment due to the increased customer traffic and the diversified revenue. So the lesson on this is that strategic investments can create multiple revenue streams. In the case of the gas station, you've got not only the revenue stream, the income from the gas sales, but you also have the revenue stream from all of those convenience items, your soda pops, your candies, all of that, etc. So this was our lesson 7.6 on break-evens, where the objectives were to describe the value of a break-even analysis and to calculate a break-even point using a formula.